Welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can get your website live. So the way that you create your website, the way that you edit your website, that's a topic for a different video. You can see we have all the a website created here. You can use the AI to rapidly create your website and edit it. But we're going to be taking from the point where you have edited your website, you're ready to go live. And the way that you do that is by clicking on the domains. And under domains, you have information about how to go live. And that's what we're going to be executing today. All right, so in order to get started, you have to buy a domain name. And you can use many different providers for that. We're going to be using one of the biggest ones, GoDaddy. So just search for GoDaddy. And once you sign in, you create your account. This is what it's going to look like as soon as you log in. And in this case, I'm just going to get a domain called WebDigitalDemo.com. So you would be getting your own domain here. So you click on Make It Yours. And all different registrars have different mechanisms for this, obviously different user interfaces. This is just the GoDaddy user interface. You can pick whatever you want. And by default it registers 3 years. I don't need that. I just want 1 year. I'm gonna continue to cart. Again, I don't want domain protection. This is just for testing. Continue to cart. And what's going to be happening is, we have the general information. We're ready to pay. So we're going to be completing the purchase. So that's going to be adding the domain to your account. It is not configured yet. You may already have your domain registered with a registrar. So if so, you don't have to do this. Obviously, you can skip this step. So next, we're going to be doing the configuration of the domain so that it points to WebDigital. Okay, now we're going to be doing the actual domain configuration. So it's asking for us to do stuff like that, using their own website editor. We don't need that. We just need the domain. So after you get into the domain, we want to manage the DNS for the domain. And you may already have a domain. If so, this will look quite familiar. Now let's look at the instructions. Domain configuration. Update the CNAME record of your domain to point to our production web application web endpoint. So this for root domains and a record pointing to this IP address is recommended. So the first thing that you have to do is determine whether you want a www website or a website without that. So if you look at the website settings over here, we have a www preference, which is you could allow both. It's not really recommended for SEO purposes. You really want to choose either no www or only www. So if you choose either one of these and the user tries to go into the other one, it's going to point to one of them. So that makes sure that from an SEO perspective, you will have a single website. So in this case, I want to show both of them, but we have it would take too long. So for now, I'm just going to be doing the only www version, and this is also important. I'm not forcing HTTPS, and do not index is not set. This is very important. This would prevent the SEO. For search engines to be able to index your website if you set this. So do not set this if you're going live. Before you go live, you may want to set this. And also, forced HTTPS is only something that you set after you set up the domain and set up the SSL certificate. So we're not going to be setting that either. We're just going to be doing the only www, and I'm going to be updating that. So if I come to webdigitaldemo.com without the www, then it's going to point to the www version. So in order to do that, the www works very good with the CNAME record. So I'm just going to be taking this and we're going to be coming over here. You can see the A record of the root domain. So this is what we would set to the IP address. So this is what we're going to be setting the IP address to. A record of the domain. We're going to be setting to this. Sorry, wrong place. And yeah, so now the root domain is pointing to the right place. The www CNAME record, you can see that over here, the CNAME record www. We're going to be setting this to this value over here. All right. So I'm going to be saving that as well. All right. So now that we have that, we have to connect the domain in here. So now it says domain connection. Input your domain in the designated field and link it to your website, right? So I'm just going to be clicking add domain. So I'm going to say webdigitaldemo.com, and the website is going to be pointing to the contractor demo, the one that we saw recently. All right. So now the domain is pointing to WebDigital. WebDigital knows that the domain is pointing to the website. So this should be good to go right now. So let's give it a try. I'm going to go with HTTP. As you can see, I'm not using HTTPS. So we're just testing the HTTP, and it is working. So now our website is live, but it's not secure, right? So now we actually have to set up the SSL certificate, and that's what we're going to be doing next. And by the way, you can see that we set up the website, as you might remember, we set up the website to do only www. So when I go here, even though the browser does not really show it, when I click on it, you can see that it actually redirected to the www domain. So that part is working. If we had configured no www, so as you can see, I'm going to refresh it now. Now this time it goes to without the www, right? So it's pretty much the same thing. You can use either one of them. All right, so now let's take care of this SSL certificate. And in order to do that, we're going to go to the domains, and we have our domain entered over here. We're going to be clicking on this lock icon over here. That's going to be getting a new certificate. We're going to be ordering a free certificate. Now, all of these should be pretty much set up. You can click on it. You can verify that the numbers are correct. 3EP, so the first one is working. The second one, AQ2, so that's working. So all challenges are ready to be verified. We say verify challenges. It says pending verification. And now certificate is validated. Finalize the order. So now everything is good. Download the certificate. And now we should be good to go. So, it takes a little bit. It takes up to 15 minutes. In reality, it takes about a minute or two in most cases. So once that happens, we're going to be clicking on here, and it's going to show live. The expiration date is important here. So all certificates are obtained normally for 3 months at a time, and then they're automatically renewed. So you have to only do this once, and then it's going to automatically renew going forward. You don't have to worry about that. And the domain, obviously, if you purchase the domain to be auto renew, you can see it here. Auto renew is on in this case. That's going to get automatically renewed, so you don't have to worry about any of that. All right, so now that there's some time has passed, let's click on this. And yeah, as you can see, it is now working. It's showing HTTPS. If I click on the SSL certificate information, it shows that it's pulled in. It's valid until July 30th. So yeah, so the website is live at this point. The one thing that you may want to do is when you go to domains, the websites, and under the website settings, if you have multiple domains pointing to a single website, you want to pick one of them as the primary domain. So that's one thing. Also, the other one is forced HTTPS flag here. This is automatically turned on, as you can see, but you may want to check that to make sure that it's on, and also make sure that the do not index is not set. So yeah, so that's basically make sure that if I go even with HTTP, it's going to be pointing to the HTTPS, which is the way that Google recommends it. And that's how you go live with a website that you built in WebDigital. Thank you very much for watching.